Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. This is the Realme GT Neo 3T. Yep, that's a long name. Now this smartphone is launching in the mid-premium category and competing directly with the likes of iQOO Neo 6 and Poco F4. I feel that the mid-premium segment, which is under 30,000, is getting very crowded. Like every brand wants a good smartphone in that price range because people are buying smartphones in that price range. I feel that 25 to 30,000 is the main category right now and every brand is trying to break into that category. But anyway, coming back to the topic, we have the Realme GT Neo 3T over here. And let's talk about it. I am going to start with design and build quality. I just love the way this smartphone looks, especially in this white color. It looks super clean and minimal. It comes in three colors, yellow, white and black, and my personal favorite is the white one over here. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now if you look closely, there is a pattern on the back panel over here. Now this pattern is inspired by Motorsport. This is a GT smartphone after all. That's why it has this pattern on the back, which I particularly like. Now this pattern will only be available in the yellow and white color and not in the black color. So if you don't want this pattern, you can go with the black color. But if you ask my personal opinion, I will any day pick the white color with this pattern. Now as far as the in-hand feel goes, this smartphone feels very comfortable to hold. It does not have boxy edges, it is a curved panel and that's why it fits better in the hand. I prefer smartphones to be this way. I do not like the boxy edges. So yeah, this white color is awesome and that's why I'm wearing a white shirt as well. As a matter of fact, this white shirt is from my own brand called as the Dot Company. We at the Dot Company make some high quality stuff. We have some really cool shirts, 100% cotton made from really good quality fabric. We also have some awesome and minimal wallets and a bunch of other things. So definitely check out Dot Company by clicking the link in the description box below. And as a bonus to all of you guys, you can avail free shipping by using the code Technolobe. Now what about build quality? Here's where Realme has cut corners. It comes with a plastic frame and a plastic back panel as well. So it does not come with a glass back panel. And frankly, at this price point, I was expecting a glass back panel. The plastic back panel is good. It is matte finish. It won't attract a lot of fingerprints, but it does not feel that premium. In this segment, the smartphone should feel premium and that's why I was expecting a glass back panel. Now, as I said, this smartphone is directly competing with the iQOO 6 and Poco F4. Why do I say that? It's because of the internals. Realme GT Neo 3T comes with the Snapdragon 870 processor. Yup, Snapdragon 870. Along with that, you get up to 8 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. The battery capacity is 5000 mAh with support for 80 watt fast charging. Yes, 80 watt fast charging. We'll get to the charging speeds in just a bit. Now Snapdragon 870 is a very popular processor in this price range. It comes in the iQOO Neo 6, Poco F4 and now in this smartphone as well. 870 is a proven chipset and performs as expected in the Realme GT Neo 3T as well. You get excellent performance with this smartphone. Normal day-to-day applications like Instagram, WhatsApp, Gmail, YouTube, everything work buttery smooth, and even if you want to game for a couple of hours, you are sorted. Snapdragon 870 is a very capable processor and you do get very good performance with this smartphone. Now on top of this, you get Realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12. Realme UI has come a long way and this particular version is good. You get good software optimization for the Snapdragon 870. So it's not like the software optimization has issues, nothing like that. But talking about the software, one thing that I did not like is the amount of bloatware that you get. You get a lot of pre-installed applications which is extremely annoying. And I don't know when Realme took inspiration from Xiaomi and included a very annoying feature, which is the app scanning every time you install a new application. So just like Xiaomi smartphones, every time you install a new application, an application scanner page will open. It will say that the application is safe and then you can open it. It is extremely annoying and I do not like it at all. So if someone from Realme is watching this, then please remove that feature. It is totally unnecessary, like completely unnecessary. But anyway, apart from that, I really like Realme UI 3.0. It is jam-packed with features and a lot of customization as well. So you can customize your smartphone however you want and the entire software experience is enjoyable. Next up, let's talk about the cameras. So on the rear side, you get a 64 megapixel primary camera, then an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and finally a 2 megapixel macro camera. So I'm going to discard that 2 megapixel macro camera because it is useless. On the front side of things, you get a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. Now what about the images? Well, the images turn out to be good with this smartphone. The dynamic range is decent. You do get an HDR mode because of which the higher highlights and shadows are exposed in the proper way. The photos are detailed as well, so if you want to edit the photos later on, then you can easily do so without losing a lot of quality. Also, I like Realme's color science over here. The photos are pleasing to the eye. You also get an ultra wide angle camera which brings in an excellent perspective, so you can fit more in the frame and click some amazing shots. The ultra wide angle perspective is top notch. Now for low light scenarios there is a dedicated night mode, and night mode works really well for the main camera. You can shoot high quality and detailed photos even in night time using the night mode. Night mode is also available for the ultra wide angle camera, but the photos are not that detailed and they are underexposed as well. So night mode for ultra wide angle camera is available, but it's not that good. As far as the selfie camera goes, I like this one. You can shoot detailed selfies with good dynamic range and skin tones are natural as well. I like the selfie camera over here, and also selfie portrait mode. Selfie portrait mode works really well with the Realme GT Neo 3T. That is a long name. Now I am going to try Google camera on this smartphone and will make a dedicated video about it. That's why stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, you don't want to miss that video. Next up we have battery life and charging. As I said, this smartphone comes with a 5000 mAh battery with support for 80-watt fast charging. This smartphone will go from 0 to 50% in just 12 minutes, which is extremely convenient. So if you're in a rush in the morning or something like that, then you can quickly plug in your smartphone for 10 to 15 minutes and get enough power for the entire day. 80-watt fast charging is extremely convenient on this smartphone, and it gets a big fat thumbs up from my side. As far as the actual battery life goes, I have not faced any issues with battery life. Battery life has been solid on this smartphone. The 5000 mAh battery is working really well. The battery will easily last you throughout the day with some juice left towards the end of the day as well. So potentially you can use it for 1.5 days. Now one beautiful thing with this smartphone is the display. It comes with a 6.62 inches Full HD plus 120Hz AMOLED display. Yes, 120Hz E4 AMOLED display with this smartphone is awesome. It also has a peak brightness of 1300 nits, so outdoor visibility is not a problem. Media consumption on this smartphone is excellent. So videos on YouTube, movies on Netflix, or in general Instagram Reels. It is an AMOLED panel, that's why you get that great contrast ratio. The colors pop out and the entire experience is top notch. Well, without the top notch, it comes with a punch hole for that matter. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, the display is also clocked at 120Hz. 120Hz makes everything very smooth. So scrolling, swiping around, animations are extremely smooth because of that 120Hz refresh rate. You also get the option of dynamic refresh rate over here, and if you select that, you will save some battery life. In my case, I have kept it to always 120Hz because that's how I like it. But yeah, I can easily say that the display on this smartphone is right up there with Poco F4 and iQOO Neo 6 as well. This gets me to other things. This smartphone does not come with the headphone jack. RIP headphone jack, you will be missed. On the flip side, it comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor. The in-display fingerprint sensor is fast, it is accurate, and works really well. As far as the speakers go, you get a set of stereo speakers and the sound output is surprisingly good. The volume levels are good and the sound does not distort. You get clear sound, which is impressive. And yeah, the buttons are clicky and tactile as well. Now I know you guys might be wondering, what about the price of this smartphone? Well, as I'm shooting this video, I do not know the price, but don't worry, I will update about the pricing in the description box below, so definitely check it out. So that's been it. These were my first impressions about the Realme GT Neo 3T. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.